Hello, everybody.
Hi, welcome back to Robin Gray Review.
It's been a long time. We're finally back at it.
Yeah.
All one of you who watched this.
We're back with a very, very impressive returning feature, Thor Ragnarok.
Oh my god, this movie was so good.
This movie was phenomenal.
It really was. Excuse me. Yeah, that was, well, like we started out our first ever review, and actually, well, our only other review now.
That you actually get to see,
yeah.
at least for now.
Movie-going experience was amazing. We were pretty much the only people in the theater. There were two people behind us, but they were pretty far away, so we pretty much had the theater to ourselves. That's something that's only happened to us. Well, it didn't even properly happen.
It's been rare.
It's very rare. But it's always been a fucking phenomenal.
Wonderful.
If you haven't seen a movie yet, and it's like getting towards the end of its runtime and being in the theaters, absolutely go see it, because having a theater completely to yourself and like your friend is one of the best fucking experiences.
It's great.
That's how we saw How to Train Your Dragon, and it was fantastic. Anyway, back to Thor Ragnarok.
It was a very good movie.
So, just some general statements before we go into the ratings. This movie is a complete and total comedy. Like,
oh, yeah.
It is a complete and total comedy. Yes, there is absolutely serious bits in it, but...
That stand a little bit of a stark contrast.
A little bit.
Like, oh, that person's dead.
Yeah, but it's fucking hilarious.
It's
probably
very, very funny throughout.
Probably the funniest movie of 2017, though I don't really think that's saying much. Not many comedies have come out this year, has there? The only thing I can think of is Daddy's Home 2.
And that's not out yet.
Yes, it is. I think it is.
That's unimpressively out yet.
Yeah, no, it is, because I saw it when I was taking my ticket. Anyway, so all right, so then I guess we'll dive down into our rating system. I mean, you already know we loved it, but now you get to see just how much we love it.
You know the rules. 10 for plot, 10 for experience, 5 for ending.
So I guess we'll start off with plot, well, which I think we've always called story, but we're now calling plot.
It works either way. For story, at least for me, it gets a solid 7, maybe 6. It was very good, a little bit by the numbers, and definitely brought up by the whole Hulk aspect of the story.
Yeah, Hulk was a great addition to the movie.
And it's not so much the experience of, oh, it's great to watch the Hulk. It's his story was actually engaging and interesting.
I would agree with him on the 7. I wouldn't go as low as a 6, but I'd say a 7. The story's definitely good, but it definitely does seem a little, it's like there's 2, maybe even 3 movies in this one movie. And that's not exactly an issue, because all the stories the movie introduces you to, they all finish.
Yes.
For the most part. So you don't have to worry about that, like them leaving off on something or anything like that, but it kind of feels like 2 movies crammed into one, but that's not really a bad thing.
No,
it's just
not so bad.
2 main stories in the movie. But the plot may be, not the best superhero movie plot you'll ever see.
Not the most exceptional in plot, but it makes up for it in other areas.
In particularly the comedy, but we'll get to that in experience. So plot for me, 7.
All right. Let's roll over onto the experience while we're still on the topic.
And 10 out of fucking 10 for me. That was a fantastic experience.
Visually, comedically, sound-wise, we were baffled by one moment of the sound design.
Oh, yeah. We won't spoil it here, because if you go and see it, I want to see if you can figure out the point where we were baffled, but we were just listening to it. We're just like, is that... What?
What? By them.
But yeah, the movie was fucking hilarious. Like, almost non-stop comedy, and at least in my opinion, none of the jokes fell flat. They were all really good.
They were all very decent jokes. Like nothing really missed the mark terribly. There are mild moments of just, oh, this person's dead now. But you'll be laughing within another minute or two.
There wasn't a lot of gutter humor. There was a little bit. There was a little bit of gutter humor. I mean, one scene in particular sticks out, but so I'm happy to say that the movie didn't rely on like poop and fart jokes and shit like that. So
I'm trying to think of any instance you're particularly thinking of, and I wouldn't count the hot tub as gutter humor.
I would. I mean,
not like the way you described it.
Well, the gutter humor basically being anything that's
Lowbrow.
lowbrow. That is the perfect explanation for it. There's not that much lowbrow humor, but the lowbrow humor that's in there, I mean, I found it funny. Other reviewers might be a lot more stingy about that shit, but
Seared into my brain now.
but yeah, the music was fantastic, the visuals were fantastic, the comedy was fantastic. I don't have anything to say about the pacing of that movie. I guess that makes it good.
The pacing, it slowed slightly for scenes with Hela.
Yeah.
But that wasn't so bad, because Hela was good on her own.
Yeah.
She
Kate
carried
Blanchett did a fantastic job as Hela. Except for the weird...
weak villain in
weird
terms of
head
just,
thing.
I want to control everything.
Yeah.
But she was carried, absolutely.
Yeah, by her. By her actor.
She did a very good job.
The premise of the villain in the movie is weak. The actor did a fantastic job at playing the villain.
And there's a very solid chance that if you know anything about Thanos, we'll probably be seeing her again.
But yeah, I mean, see, that's my issue. So this is the first movie we've reviewed so far that was a fucking knock out of the park. We liked Happy Death Day, but it wasn't a fucking best movie
it was
ever
nothing
made.
to write home about.
Exactly, or record home about. But neither was the Snowman. God,
Snowman was awful.
yes, it was. But this was so hard for me because I'm not used to the whole reviewing thing. Because I'm sitting there trying to pick apart this movie, and then the movie makes me like audibly guffaw in the middle of the fucking theater, and then I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to be paying attention and breaking this movie down. Oh god, there's another funny part that's going to make me fucking laugh
It's
like an
hard
idiot.
to pick apart the flaws when the movie is so good at distracting you and making you happy and enjoy yourself.
I'm probably overlooking a lot of flaws in the movie, but I mean, hey, if a movie can have...
The fact that you can so easily lose yourself and enjoy it is not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing whatsoever.
It's why the experience gets rated so high by both of us. It's a solid 10 for both of us. And let's get into the ending.
The ending was pretty fucking good.
It's a 4 from me.
I agree.
It's nothing insane. There's some really cool parts. Everything comes to the head it should.
Yep.
It's not a mountain, it's a hill.
Yeah.
It comes to a hill. It doesn't come to this massive, this is the grand moment where everything changes.
This is a movie...
Everything kind of does change, but it's not...
This is a movie where it's the it's the classic definition of the trip beats the destination. Not that the destination's bad whatsoever.
The destination is very good.
But the trip was far better than the destination. Because it's just so fucking funny.
The destination just felt like a continuation of the trip.
Don't get me wrong. My favorite joke in the entire fucking movie happens at the very end of the movie.
We will probably be quoting it for a very long time.
Oh my god, all the time. It is literally my favorite fucking joke.
We're just going to open the next review with this joke.
Okay, so there's a character. I'm not going to spoil anything about who the character is, but it's voiced by, God, I can't remember his name. The
director of the movie.
The director of the movie. He is easily my favorite character in this entire fucking movie. His name is Korg. Look out for him when you watch the movie. He's fantastic.
Great. He comes in as just this surprise voice behind a certain face, and it's just... From the very moment you first hear him talk, he is a great character. An exceptional addition. Marvel's apparently looking forward to doing more with him, which I heartily approve of.
Absolutely. He was hilarious. But, yeah, I guess that pretty much covers the spoiler-free review.
That covers everything
That is a solid 21... What did we rate Happy Death Day? Do you remember what the end rating was?
Like a 16?
I hope so, because I want this movie to blow Happy Death Day out of the water, but when I was just about to say 21 out of 25, I was like, shit, did we give Happy Death Day a 23?
No!
Well, I was worried.
23 is near perfect in everything, and imperfect in something.
I'm worried. Okay, but yeah, so that's a fucking 21 out of 25. Granted, we've only reviewed now 2 movies, but that is the highest review we've given a movie so far.
We've technically reviewed 3. Snowman got a 3.
Snowman got a 3 out of 25, in case you were wondering. And that footage is lost to the ether.
That is a 12 out of 100. That is, failing. Hard. Needs to repeat the grade.
All right,
could
let's not. No.
I'm not going to. I could go on for hours on how bad Snowman is.
So yeah, I don't think Snowman's in theaters anymore. But if it is, don't see it. See this instead.
Chekhov's gun was crying throughout that movie.
I
Anyway,
don't get that reference. Okay.
if there is a gun hanging in the living room in the first act, someone must fire it by the third act.
I got nothing. Let's stop
If you
before we make
introduce
the
giant iPads, they have to fucking matter.
Okay. All right.
Anyway,
That was our spoiler-free review. If you go see the fucking movie. It's not
Absolutely.
a suggestion. It's me
Absolutely
telling
go see
you.
this movie.
Give Marvel more of your money. They deserve it at this point. But
absolutely phenomenal.
Let's go into the spoiler review. Goodbye, people who don't like to be spoiled like I. Hello, people like Robert who don't give a shit if you get spoiled.
We're going to be keeping this fairly
Yeah,
short.
this is going to be short. It's running late, and there's not really much to talk about. The movie wasn't, like, dripping with story. It's not, like, this movie...
It's a very simple idea that gets kind of branched off and messed with.
Like for when it comes to the Marvel Universe as a whole, 4 things happen in this movie that affects the Marvel Universe. Hulk's back, Thor's hammer got destroyed, he can control lightning properly now, and he lost his eye. That's it. That's all.
These are the big story points.
Yeah, that's all that matters for the future of the Marvel Universe, unless the Valkyrie chick, whose name I can't remember, unless she's going to become a part of everything.
Supposedly she's supposed to be his new love interest.
Okay, so 5. Valkyrie chick, hammer broke, Thor control lightning, Hulk back, Thor lose eye. That's it. That's
also,
all this.
Also very important at least to me, to the future of the Marvel Universe. Introduction of Korg.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. So there is a 6th plot point. Asgard's gone. I kind of completely forgot. Asgard's fucking gone. And I don't mean it's fucking gone.
One little joke that we have to give its moment in the sun. In a completely in its stride move, the freaking
Gauntlet.
Infinity Gauntlet that has been sitting in Asgard since Thor 1.
Where people were freaking out because, like, how does Thanos have the gauntlet if the gauntlet is in the freaking Odin's treasure chamber?
How does Thanos have it? When the movie first came out, oh my god, it's the Infinity Gauntlet. They're going for the Infinity Gauntlet. Just pushed over by Cate Blanchett. Fake.
That's it. That's all Marvel has to say about the
This
discrepancy.
massive freaking
discrepancy
thing.
is just. But yeah, literally 6 things happened. I really cannot believe that I did not count Asgard being fucking destroyed in. Okay, but yeah, those 6 things.
Those are the important details.
Yeah.
Everything else can be condensed into. Thor comes home after defeating someone very important to the prophecy of Ragnarok.
Yeah, this dude who was voiced by the dude who voices Mr. Krabs and several of the super mutants in Fallout 4.
I don't know his name.
That guy.
Thor beats him, comes home, finds out from the end of Dark World that Loki has usurped the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Drags him to go find his father.
We find him.
Father dies.
He doesn't just die. He turns into dust.
Ashes
Very
to ashes,
sparkly
dust to dust.
He basically pulls a fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi in this bitch. And just floats away.
Odin being gone releases Odin's firstborn, Hela, who in actual lore is supposed to be Loki's daughter. But
in this, they're brother and sister. So, sure.
It works.
Okay. It works fine. Hela fights Thor, grabs Thor.
Wrecks him.
Oh yeah, wrecks him. Fucking Mjolnir is now laying in Norway for the rest of its life because no one's strong enough to pick up the shattered little remains of it. So that's just going to be there forever.
It's gonna grow a Mjolnir tree.
Loki's an idiot. Says Scourge? Was his name Scourge?
He basically just yelled, "Bring us back," and it was the frickin' Warriors 3 that were standing there.
Loki's an idiot and says, "Bring us back," with fucking Hela being right there. So the Sky Bridge.
So he immediately hands the source of Hela's power to Hela.
Yeah, what is it? Is it called the Sky Bridge?
It's when they get brought up. I think it's the Sky Bridge.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
She knocks the two of them out on the way.
Yeah, they fly off.
They wind up on planet Hulk.
Yeah, what is it actually? What did they actually call it in the movie?
Sakaar?
Sakara. They wind up on Sakara, which has got a fucked up way of time movement. Like Loki flies out like
Time apparently moves much faster
yeah,
there.
Loki flies out Floki. Loki flies out of the Rainbow Bridge fucking light bright, whatever the fuck it was. He flies out like 20 seconds before Thor does, yet he winds up on the planet for 3 weeks before Thor is there, so
Yeah.
time moves far quicker. At least that's what we're gathering. They never say that in the movie, they just say that time works differently, but...
They imply it. They imply
Yeah.
that time is very wonky, probably much faster
Yeah.
here. Which leads me into the fact that this is Planet Hulk. This is the Planet Hulk people have been clamoring for. This is that storyline adapted. Thor gets turned into a fighter in this arena. Hulk's here. Hulk has been Hulk for a very long time.
Yes, so in actual time, he's been Hulk for 2 years. But if you
in
take
the
into
time of
consideration
wherever the hell they
yeah,
are.
if you take into consideration, basically the only thing that we have to go on is that 20 seconds equals 3 weeks.
Which is a massive time difference.
Yeah, so Hulk seems... I mean, they've had enough time to make Hulk's fucking face on the building of champions.
Actually, they weren't done with that.
Yeah, well, still, they had most of Hulk's face on there, and it's not like he got there and immediately became champion.
Yeah. No, he's Hulk. He probably got there and immediately became champion.
But yeah, Hulk's probably been there, and which saddens me because I'm almost positive they will never touch on this. Like, it's going to be a completely glossed over thing about how much Hulk actually was on the planet for. But Hulk was probably on that
Hulk was
planet.
there long enough to learn how to talk.
Yes, he is like
properly.
He is proper sentient Hulk. I mean, he still talks like,
he's still an idiot.
He still talks like Biff from fucking Bully. If you ever played Bully by Rockstar, he talks like Biff. But
he's an idiot, but he's far more self-aware than he used to be.
Yeah, he's talking and shit. So, based on like Hulk's probably been there for like upwards of 100 to 1,000 years. If that. Because, like, if 20 seconds equals 3 weeks, how the fuck long is 2 years going to equal?
They say it's wonky, so maybe it doesn't always equal 3 weeks.
Maybe it just jumps back and forth between going slow and going fast.
Whatever it is.
He's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
A lot longer than 2 years, at the very least.
And it's heartily implied, at least by Banner,
that if he becomes Hulk again, he will not be able to become Banner again.
Because Hulk has the wheel now.
Yeah, Hulk was there for 2 years, and Hulk liked it.
Hulk is in control when Hulk is in control.
Something I'm worried about is, and I know, like Robert says that this is like he's fine or whatever, but there's a scene where he goes to unleash the Hulk, so he jumps out of a plane and lands on the Rainbow Bridge,
and he just
fucking dies.
He is just very
Bruce
clearly
Banner
wrecked.
just lands and dies, and fucking like his body is twisted and mangled, and then Fenris, the giant wolf that Hela has, is fucking awesome, by the way. Giant wolves are the fucking coolest. Like, sniffs over his body, and then walks away. Like, he's fucking dead. Like, no, like, you see, like, green vein. No, he's just fucking dead. But then fucking Hulk comes and grabs Fenris and drags her away.
Which could be a bit of an example of this movie being funny to the point where it doesn't make sense in the universe.
Which would be a bit of a downer. But
it's a little bit of a downer, but it's done so well.
Yeah, it's like I said, this movie is so funny that it really just makes you forget about the flaws. At least while you're in the middle of watching the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking Bruce died. I don't know if he's dead. I'm honestly not sure, but for that moment, he fucking died. Which brings me to another part of Fenris, giant fucking wolf, actually bit Hulk to the point where her teeth pierced Hulk's skin.
Not sure if female wolf.
Well, I'm pretty sure Fenrir is a boy and Fenris is a girl.
Fair.
I like this kind of mythology shit, but my knowledge isn't great. Anyway, so like Hulk and Fenris are fighting. Fenris bites Hulk's leg, and
you see blood.
Yeah, it's like she actually fucking pierces his thigh. And to my knowledge, Hulk is a fucking indestructible being. So the fact that Fenris was able to pierce his thigh shocked the fuck out of me.
I'm less affected.
Because he's a nerd. He's fucking yawning right in the middle of our review. So unprofessional.
I am tired.
That's fair.
We need to be doing these reviews earlier in the night.
we got a little fucked today, but it's whatever. This is probably already going on longer. The spoiler bit.
Yeah, so we'll just break it down to...
Amazing.
They get off of Planet Hulk, they stop Hela, fucking Asgard's gone.
Oh yeah, like I said, like gone. Doesn't exist anymore. It is
Ragnarok has occurred.
It is floating rubble in space. Like, it is fucking Alderaan gone. It's fucking gone.
But most of the people are alive.
Yes. Most, like 95% of the people are alive. Probably more than that. They did a good fucking... Heimdall did a good
I don't know. There was a massive army that died.
Yeah, well, you know, don't fucking worry about that.
The fucking Warriors 3 and Odin died.
Yeah, the Warriors 3, they just fucking killed them.
Just dead. Just
dead.
Straight up dead.
Like, Odin's death was fine.
That's what I'm talking about, these moments of just... That's fun. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, like, fucking, they killed the Warriors 3 and fucking... I mean, they just did it because what's-his-name's gonna go become Shazam. So they're like, fuck it, let's kill all of them. But, yeah, so the Warriors 3 are dead. Two things we didn't touch on. Heimdall's back and he's badass. He's got the sword, being fucking cool.
Well, he's been a badass, like, always.
He's been a badass. Idris Elba is just a fucking badass, okay? Wait, was he in The Snowman?
No.
Are you sure?
Absolutely certain.
I thought it was Idris Elba being, like, directing the dude. Like, he was, like, the police chief.
No.
I'm gonna look this up when this review's over.
You're gonna be wrong.
And probably, but if I'm not, you'll never be able to see me rub it in Robert's face. Anyway. Yeah, so that happens. Idris Elba is back. He's badass. He's badass and everything. Check him out in Pacific Rim 2, possibly. Maybe. He was in the first one.
From my knowledge, don't check him out in The Dark Tower.
Yeah, I haven't heard great things. But yeah, so the movie boils down to it was fucking awesome.
That movie was phenomenal, and we highly recommend you see it.
Absolutely, to everyone and anyone. If you've never seen a Marvel movie before, I see no problem watching this one to start with.
Yeah.
No.
What
would be the problem in seeing this to start with? This movie has so little implications on the rest of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, but you don't start with it because it doesn't implicate things for the future. You start with it because it's been a result of the past.
It's fucking funny.
You don't start with it because it's been a result of the past. Start with Thor if you're gonna just... Start with Iron Man if you're gonna start with the freaking Marvel Universe.
So it's hard to rate this among other Marvel movies because other Marvel movies have their story going for them, and this one just has how fucking funny it is going for it.
How fun and how fun.
Yeah, how fun and funny this movie is. Like, pretty much everything except for Thor Dark World beats the shit out of this movie when it comes to story. Thor Dark World was just really bad. But I can't really think of any, except for maybe the very first time I saw the Avengers, I can't think of anything that had a better experience factor than Thor Ragnarok.
I might still rate the Avengers over it. The Avengers is one of my all-time favorite
I agree,
movies.
But I've seen that movie like 400 times at this point, and it's really lost its luster just because I've seen it so much.
I haven't.
Well, that's fair. That's why we have differing opinions on it. You've only seen it a few times. I've seen it a billion times.
By the way,
what?
At some point we need to review movies we hate.
We've already done the Snowman. Why does everything keep coming back to the Snowman? It haunts my dreams at night. She just sat in the car when it sunk to the bottom. That's the worst way to go.
I thought you were going to say she was just sat in the car and he just didn't care.
Alright, we've done enough talking.
We're going to close it up there, folks. We will see you next week with... I don't fucking know what's coming out next week. We might go see Murder on the Orient
Oh, yes,
Express.
I would really like that.
It's already like that. Out right now, but I don't recall what's coming out next week, so we might go see it.
Okay. All right, well.
See you next week.
Goodbye.